Despite starring as a joint lead and producer on Outlander, Sam Heughan has remained busy when he's not working on the time-traveling drama. Heughan has appeared in various films and TV shows during Outlander's off-season, a world away from his alter ego Jamie Fraser. In the meantime, fans can catch actor Sam Heughan in several other roles. Watch this video fully for details. First up, Sam Heughan as Jamie Fraser in Outlander. The King of Men, as defined by author Diana Gabaldon of the Outlander book series, is our favorite 18th century Scottish hero from Starz' Outlander. He is equally attractive, truthful, brave, and compassionate, with just enough flaws to identify him as a human. Did we mention he's super hot? It makes sense that Claire, played by Katrina Balfe, the time-traveling protagonist of Outlander, would fall in love with him. Next up, what other movies and TV shows have Outlander actor Jamie Fraser starred in? Many of Sam Heughan's performances have been action-packed, with the movie star frequently tipped to take over as James Bond when Daniel Craig stands down. Heughan recently performed in a Channel 4 criminal thriller series alongside James Nesbitt, Richard E. Grant, Anne-Marie Duff, Jolie Richardson, and other renowned performers. The 8-part drama featured a bereaved investigator seeking to find his daughter's killer. Heughan portrays one of the suspects, Ryan, who is the central detective's ex-police partner and knows more than he's letting on. Ryan receives one episode focusing on him and his involvement in the murder, with each episode focusing on a different suspect. We have Sam Heughan as Tom Buckingham in SAS Red Notice. Heughan played Special Forces operative Tom Buckingham, a guy from a wealthy family who decides to serve his nation. Buckingham is the star of SAS Red Notice. Heughan exclusively told a news outlet that the character he played, Buckingham, had the chance to join the military at the officer level. Still, he's gone in from the bottom and worked his way up, which in his opinion is what makes him well-liked by his comrades. Heughan continued that the Buckingham character was an intriguing one. What motivates him? So, what motivates a psychopath? We believe that this is a fascinating question, yet Buckingham flourishes in the military, and it's an area where his skills genuinely shine. The SAS Red Notice movie is based on Andy McNabb's self-titled novel. In the action thriller, a well-organized squad of mercenaries hijacks the train carrying Tom Buckingham and his fiancée, Dr. Sophie Hart, played by Hannah John Camento Paris, as they prepare to propose. Tom must act alone to save Sophie and the other passengers and come to their aid. Next, Sam Heughan as Jimmy Dalton in Bloodshot. Vin Diesel portrayed by Ray Garrison in Bloodshot, a movie based on the same-name Valiant Comics character. Ray Garrison is a dead soldier given superhuman abilities upon his reanimation. Heughan also portrays Jimmy Dalton, a Navy SEAL who has undergone trauma and has been transformed into a better soldier by technology. But Jimmy and Ray are at odds and battle to the very end. Heughan went from hero to villain in an instant. The film portrayed the eponymous character played by Diesel as he was turned from a wonderful US war veteran into a cyborg superhero owing to innovative new technology. Despite his amnesia, Bloodshot experiences memories of his previous existence, prompting him to rebel against the man who transformed him into a superhero and avenge his late wife. In the movie, Heughan played an ex-Navy SEAL who was granted a second chance at life by the Bloodshot program but had ulterior motives. Heughan told a movie news outlet that it was a wonderful character and very different from what he was used to playing. He added that the character he played was really a muscular job that he really enjoyed, and he was hoping that when people saw the character, they'd realize that it's a very recognizable character who perhaps plays a supervillain. Also, Sam Heughan as Sebastian in The Spy Who Dumped Me. Heughan plays Sebastian, an undercover spy for laughs in The Spy Who Dumped Me. He co-stars in the movie with Mila Kunis and Kate McKinnon as best friends who learned the hard way that their ex-boyfriend, played by Justin Theroux, was a spy and became involved in a global conspiracy. Heughan teased Parade.com that his character Sebastian was one of the good guys. Or was he? He continued by saying that the entire spy world is dodgy, and he had read several excellent memoirs about spies, particularly MI5 agents and how they were constantly underground. Next, Sam Heughan as Ashton Prince of Castlebury in A Princess for Christmas. The story of Jules Daly, played by Katie McGrath, a loving aunt who takes on the responsibility of becoming the legal guardians for her infant niece Maddie, portrayed by Layla DeMeza, and her adolescent nephew Milo, played by Travis Turner, after their parents pass away in an accident the previous year, is told in the Hallmark Channel original premiere of A Princess for Christmas, which aired on December 3, 2011 in the United States. The Duke of Castlebury Hall, played by Roger Moore, ultimately decides he wants to see his grandchildren because Jules' sister had been married to a member of the aristocracy. Jules meets Ashton, the Duke's younger son, when she and the children arrive at Castlebury Hall, and they immediately fell in love. Heughan told Parade.com that he thinks he is a better actor now, but he adores the movie. He continued by saying that he had the chance to work with Roger Moore, which was remarkable because he is one of the most renowned Bonds. months. He added that every role he had played had laid the groundwork for him to play the Ashton Prince. He also mentioned that he met some wonderful folks, including his butler, played by Miles Richardson, who featured in the last season of Outlander. He said they had a fantastic shot of him with his previous butlers, now redcoats, since he played one of the redcoat officers. Tim Downey, who last season portrayed Governor Tryon, also played his butler in a Tennant commercial. Next, Sam Heughan as Alexander in Young Alexander the Great. Heughan portrays Alexander in the film's titular character, but before he rose to fame, the family action-adventure television film tells the tale of Alexander's early years as he struggles to earn his father's respect, King Philip of Macedon, and assumes parental responsibility for his mother and sister. Also, Sam Heughan as Joffrey Wellham in First Light. Heughan portrayed the titular character in the BBC biopic based on the exploits of World War II RAF pilot Joffrey Wellham, who flew a Spitfire in the Battle of Britain. Next is Sam Heughan as Lieutenant McStay in Any Human Heart. Any Human Heart, which won a BAFTA award for Best Series and is based on the same named novel by Logan Mount-Stewart, tells the life narrative of the author following him from Paris in the 1920s to New York City in the 1950s to London in the 1980s. Tobias Menzies, Heughan's Outlander co-star, also appeared in this TV miniseries. Next, Men in Kilts. Heughan travels across his native Scotland with Outlander co-star Graham McTavish to learn more about the country's rich history and culture. As they travel through the country, his companion frequently pushes McTavish out of his comfort zone. Next up, Sam Heughan as Scott Nielsen in Doctors. Even though Heughan appeared in just 21 episodes of Doctors, his performance was noteworthy enough to earn him a nomination for Villain of the Year at the British Soap Awards. Heughan played Scott Nielsen, Nurse Cherry Malone's lover, in the British medical soap opera. However, the villain aspect comes into play because he was also a covert drug dealer. Also, Sam Heughan as Edward McNally in A Very British Scandal. The documentary tells the tale of a court case involving several well-known British men accused of homosexual behavior in the middle of the 1950s. In Britain, it ultimately decriminalized those actions when consenting adults were involved. When Edward McNally, played by Heughan, met Peter Wildblood, a royal journalist for the Daily Mail, he was on leave from the Air Force. They get involved in a relationship that includes a weekend spent at Lord Edward Montagu's home and causes the scandal that shook Britain and resulted in the trial. McNally gained immunity in exchange for testifying against Wildblood in real life. Next, Sam Heughan as Andrew Murray in River City. The characters of the fictitious Glasgow neighborhood of Shildinch are the focus of the British soap opera River City. Heughan portrayed a small role as Andrew Murray, a football player for Livingston FC who comes from an upper-middle-class family but decided to forego his fortune to pursue his boyhood goal of playing football, which is soccer here in the US. Next is Sam Heughan as Philip Dorr in Island at War. Heughan's first success, while not very significant, came with Island at War. Guernsey and Jersey, two actual islands, were seized by Nazi Germany during World War II. The 5-part miniseries Island at War, shown in the United States as part of PBS's Masterpiece Theater, is a fictional account of what happened when Germany's invading troops rocked the peaceful village of the Channel Islands. 3 local families, the affluent Doors, the middle-class Mahis, and the working-class Jonases, are the subject of the series. Heughan portrays Philip Dorr, the son of the Doors, who also goes as Mr. Brotherson to conceal his real identity. Finally, Heughan starred in the movie To Olivia. Heughan starred in the play To Olivia, which followed the real-life relationship between Patricia Neal, an actress, and a novelist, Roald Dahl. The movie To Olivia, based on Stephen Michael Shearer's autobiography An Unquiet Life, was about the marriage of Neal and Dahl, specifically the passing of their daughter Olivia 20 Dahl when she was just 7 years old. Heughan portrayed Hollywood actor Paul Newman in a cast that included Hugh Bonneville from Downton Abbey and Keely Hawes from Bodyguard. Neal co-starred with Newman in her 1963 Oscar-winning film HUD, which she created while struggling with the sadness of Olivia's death the year before. Heughan will next be seen with Priyanka Chopra Jonas in the romantic comedy It's All Coming Back to Me, which is now in post-production. Alongside Ewan McGregor, Mark Strong, and Juno Temple, he may be seen in the movie Everest, which follows British mountain climber George Mallory's attempts to ascend the tallest mountain during the 1920s. Despite getting credit for the drama on IMDb, he has not starred in Homeland. There you have it on Sam Heughan movies and TV shows. If your preferred Sam Heughan movie appearance was not mentioned, do well to share in the comment section. Remember to like and subscribe to our channel for more related content. We have come to the end of the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.